Rahim. Hello and welcome back, friends. Welcome back to another video lecture by Kami Microbiologist. I hope all of you are well and fine. Today I'm going to explain pyruvate broth test. We also call that pyruvate broth media. Okay, dear viewers, if you remember, I already explained almost 29 videos lecture that is related to the biochemical test. If you missed my biochemical test, all the biochemical test videos, I will recommend that go back to my channel and watch the playlist of the biochemical test where you will find all the biochemical test. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about pyruvate broth test. That is our 30s videos lecture related to the biochemical test. So first of all, we will see that what is actually pyruvate broth test. This pyruvate broth test is actually a biochemical test which is specially used to just check the ability of the bacteria that can use the sodium pyruvate as a energy source. Okay, now why we use this type of the media for the test? We use this type of the media to just check the differences between Enterococcus faecalis from Streptococcus species, because we better know that both are cocci and both have the same colonies on the media. So if we know that which one bacteria is Enterococcus and Streptococcus, so for that purpose we perform the pyruvate broth test. Let's see the requirement and the composition of the test. First of all, the requirement when we want to perform this test, so we need the composition of the media. So this media contain casein peptide digest 10 gram, yeast extract 5 gram, sodium pyruvate 10 gram, sodium chloride 5 gram, dipotassium phosphate 5 gram, bromothymol blue 0.04 gram, distilled water 1 liter. Now if we talked about the requirements that we need to perform that test, so we required pyruvate broth media, we need test tubes, incubator, weighting balance, autoclave, Bunsen burner, inoculated loop, and personal protective equipment. Now let's see the principle of the test. In this case, as we need dipotassium phosphate, means the media contain dipotassium phosphate, so it acts as a buffer, means it can maintain the pH. So when the pH is maintained or stabilized, so what will happen? The bacteria can grow and it can be easily detected. This media also contains sodium pyruvate. So the sodium pyruvate actually providing carbon source, which is actually needed for the bacterial energy. Moreover, this media, as we talked, it contains casein pancreatic digest and yeast extract. So these two components actually providing a nutritional supplement for the bacterial growth. Moreover, this media contains sodium chloride that can provide essential electrolyte, due to which the osmotic balance of the media will be maintained. Next, remember, when the bacteria utilize the pyruvate, so what will happen? The organic acid, like we have lactic acid and oxaloacetic acid, will be produced as a byproduct. So when it is produced, so what it will do? It will drop the pH of the medium. When the pH of the medium will be dropped, so it will be detected by the bromothymol blue indicator in the medium. Due to this way, what will happen? As the media color is greenish blue, it will be converted into the yellow, means the entire media will be converted into yellow. What it indicates? It indicates the positive result, and it indicates that the bacteria utilizing the pyruvate and producing the acid. Let's see the media preparation. It's very simple. First of all, you need 35 grams of the dehydrated powder of the pyruvate broth, into 1000 ml. If you need 1000 ml, so you will have to make 35 gram. According to this calculation, you will prepare the media as you wish. Now once you put the 35 gram in 1000 ml, so you have to heat, due to which the media will be boiled, and then all the component inside the media will be dissolved. Then the media should be autoclave, means at 121 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. This is the autoclave. This we need in autoclave. Next, once the autoclave is done, so what will we do? We have to wait the media to cool down at 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. Then we pour it into the test tube. After that, we will inoculate the tubes with organism as we want to identify. After that, we will incubate the test tube, and then after 24-hour incubation, we will check the result. As you can see, this is the result observation. Now this is the greenish media. Remember, if the inoculation which you have done and the media is same as it was, okay, the media is again the same, it indicates that pyruvate is not utilized by the bacteria. In the other case, as you can see in this case, the medium is utilized and the color is changed from bluish to yellowish. What it indicate? It indicate that bacteria using pyruvate and produce acid. That's why the media color is changed. This is the result. If we talked about the precautions, so the precaution in this case, that remember, in this case carbohydrates should be not used. Why? If we are using the carbohydrates, so again in this case the media, what will happen, it will produce the acid, and due to this way positive false result will be detected. Next, that remember, if let's suppose a negative next if let's suppose after 24 hours you see that there is no color changes, so then try to keep the test for next 48 to 72 hours, because there are some strains that may be grow slowly, and it is fermenting, and it may be late fermenter. Okay. Next precaution is that if let's suppose you observe slightly yellowish color, so then remember, report the result negatively. Okay, this is really important point. So dear friends, this is all about the pyruvate broth test. I hope you understand. If still you have question, you can write it into comment. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, share this video, and definitely subscribe my channel to get more interesting videos like that. Thank you so much for watching.